to my expanded divine panel of the infinite aid to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. I just realized it looks a little murky here. So I have to wipe off the screen. I think there's just like some oils on there. So there you go. Is that doing it? Yay, much better, I think. Yeah, hold on, let me see one more thing. Oopsie. There we go. Back at it. Okay. So, I continued on with the initiative to modify or donate the things that were gifted by heinous energies. And I think the power of transmutation works a shiz ton better, unless I find like a great matchmaking opportunity where there's someone that absolutely loves it, like upon immediacy. So there's not, that lingering state. That's what I've noticed anyway. I mean, there's plenty of things to learn that that can happen along the way to a greater benefit. But at least at bare minimum, I see improvement with this, with carrying this initiative out. And right. So I did that, and I'm glad I did that. Like, because when I'm in the process of undertaking certain projects like that, I just don't know where it'll go. But okay, so this is Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild. Ta-da! Season 2, Episode 4. That would be signifying the Emperor card. So therefore, because it is Authorizing Officer Tuesday, this is like more significant than usual. So this is raising the bar. Okay. On the left side, let's see here, 3 of Wands in reversal. This is the recipient side. This is the what we gonna say about this? Well, this is the here and now. This is the ships are here. They're docked. They've arrived. Yay. Okay, so what do we do now that we have some wonderful resources? Okay, what do I do? Okay, that's what I'm more concerned with. What do I do with the things that came in for me? All right, so on the right side, 8 of Cups. I think this is like an internal scope of putting on the blinders and then heading straight to it. Yeah. So this is good. This is altering the focus or the aperture rather than having to leave a place behind. This is kind of just narrowing in on what's important to me, what I find salvageable, if not just of prime value in what's in for me. So this is an early Christmas, because I don't know what kind of time I will have in figuring out the rest of the next 2 days. What day is it? Holy smokes! It's Tuesday, but yeah, the 23rd. Yeah, so I just don't know what's really going to be in store, if the rest of the day is going to be a hustle. But okay, so back to here, raising the bar. Okay, starting with a romantic tarot. This is getting into the vibes, the feels of things, because it's I think after being put so long in, like, immersed into the feels of energetics that kind of put a wet blanket over everything. Therefore, like mold incurs and just all of that. Like it gets stuffy at bare minimum. Um, that's I feel like I didn't get the best of that, so here we are. Season 2 is what it's about, savoring the feels. And so the earlier read was talking about I guess um at bare minimum the earthiness the yeah, the earthiness of being grounded in where we're planted. So this is the quaint nature of not being like fully recognized yet, and therefore not rewarded as such, in its 3D terms anyway. um so this is not a complaint, this is just an observation. Okay, picking up from those vibes. All right, the ships are here, more resources are in. This is great, this is good. What do I do? What do I do? All right, so other than honing in, okay, the what do you call it, cards? What's next here? Energy cards. Oh, I mean header cards. Okay, so we're gonna go with as above. And I think I'm gonna pull on a different pair of earrings. Thank you. This is one of my favorite, work tops. I've just kept it like away. But I don't know. It's just something I needed to revisit. All right, what is this? Okay, I hardly ever wear these earrings too. I think they're hella cute, so I'm just gonna go with it too. Excuse me. Alright. They're super duper cute. Okay. I think that's good. These are clip-on earrings. I like them because I have limited amount of earrings that I can wear because long story short, that's just what accommodates my ears. And anyway, the funny thing about them is that some clip-on earrings are uncomfortable for regular people. And they can tend to be uncomfortable for me depending on the tension. But I like it. I end up liking it. I like how it I like them when they're like that too. I just don't normally feel sensation on my ears, so it just feels interesting when they're pinched too hard. When they're it's funny. Anyway, I have no shame. Anyway, okay, let's go dark since we've already gone there. Thank you. I thought I brightened my screen, but it's not. It still looks. I think night mode has taken over. Dun, 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 dun. There's that Knight Rider. All right, so the header cards are coming from this. All right, raising the bar. Okay. Let's get some information, some data right over here. I don't feel tired at all, so I'm just going to go with it. Thank you. All right. Here we are. Okay. Header cards. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, dang. Okay, well, 7 of Earth in reversal on the left side. This is wonderful. Okay, Crone of Water in reverse on the other. Dude. Okay, so this is right off the bat feels like self-preservation, even while receiving the goods. This is harvesting, and this is wonderful because, like, oh, the ship didn't come in just like empty, or didn't just come in with, like, I don't know, human resources, not HR, but like live bodies, that are legit, your team, etc. My team. But also, there's also other goods. The harvesting, they brought other, the gifts. Frankincense, myrrh, gold. um, anyway, there's that. Uh, Not just sustenance, but also with a glamour charm to it, is what I'm noticing here. So even at that, this is behaving conservatively in usage here. So this is understanding where I came from. How, um, and definitely as of like recently. So, and understanding where I've been, where I'm at, really. There's no real immediacy in applications and integration of these resources. There's it's understanding, like, with all the work that's put in, that things really do take time um in formulation. So this king of, or crone of water in reverse, is a demonstration of, like, really continuing to, like, business as usual, and looking out for one's health and wellness up front. Like, that's non-negotiable. Okay. um yeah, so there's that. Okay, those are the header cards. Okay, so this is naturally narrowing in on what's most important. It's not the goods itself, but what they represent in self-sustaining. Um, mm-hmm. Yeah, this is good. All right. All right. Raising the bar. Okay, so this is a raising the bar, not just for others, but definitely for self. I have to. Okay. So, as below, this energy over here. All right. Okay. So I'm going to use Segue cards here for these. This is your daily ops. Even with the major arcana involved. Okay. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, there's quite a bit here. All right. Left side. 2 of Cups in reversal. That's strange. That's a Segue card. And then the other side is 6 of Swords in reverse. Oh, there's only 2 here. Okay, 6 of Swords in reverse and Judgment. So, okay, so this is telling me, okay, the segue, the natural segue is, let's say, I won the lottery. I got this, like, lump sum. I have a guaranteed, this and that, like a solid contract. I not only have viable means to move forward, but I also have, like, massive, massive contracts and allies coming through. Did I just spit? I did. People will naturally flock to you. Entities, like businesses, small and large scale, will come from left, right, all over the place. They will come through, and not all of them will actually follow through and come through for you. Those that naturally depict like sellout energy is not something like they're going to show for themselves, right? So there's what's it's showing me here in raising the bar is being patient with the delivery. We know that it has arrived, but um, not interjecting, not having necessarily a conversation with others, but seeing how others present themselves. And even the fronts of, oh, like, oh, I see where they're coming from. Let me come at them through this angle so that I come in with a more polished effect, and they'll believe that I'm not screwing them over. So I am very tuned into all of those frequencies. So everything will appear as is. And since it's such a heavy competition, people will be acting more like a fool rather than their best behavior because it's a competition to the assets, even on a shared level. So there's that. Okay. There's a degree of, a pause. Okay, I hear you out. And there's objectivity as well. And that's demonstrated here as a prefix. So on the segue cards on the doing side, okay, is Six of Swords in reverse. There is a calm. And judgment lingers underneath those waters. Okay. So within the stillness, this is this it works, this whole self-preservation thing works because there's no struggle, there's no going against the grain, therefore the waters are stiller than ever. And so I can see what lurks down beneath, like, okay, what sharkies are coming through for me in case somebody tries to come over and start up shiz. So there's that energy. Okay, on the doing side, it's things are working themselves out. Kinks are already working themselves out naturally. So raising the bar is almost like effortless. I think the biggest struggle that I have overcome is the area of control. In the past few videos, I just wasn't feeling it, but I knew that there was shrouded energy, like, just like extra bullshits, other cultures of spell work and root work and all of this other stuff thrown into the batch, so it's not as familiar for me. But I do sense that there's something off, not just off balance, but just like, why are you trying to mess around in all of this? Aren't you reading the energy before you even conduct these practices? Before you even consider getting paid, or even how much? Like, are you even, you know? So there's that energy, and it's like global. Um. So understanding those confrontations. Where are we going with this? It's I'm holding myself in higher regard now. Oh, that's what they're saying about that. The area of surrender. So, surrendering control. It's putting not just an ear to the ground, but just observing what's going on around me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what were we gonna say about that? Observing what's going on around me. Surrendering control. Oh, yeah, that's I think one of the biggest battles for anyone. And that's why public speaking is probably such a difficult thing for most people, like one of the biggest fears. That sense of control in how you're being heard, what's being understood, what's not, who's gonna like throw shots at you, low blows, and just how defensive am I going to get? Am I going to get defensive? That kind of stuff. So just overthinking in general, that's incurred. And so this clears up a lot of space Yeah, so, just surrender and then control. Yeah, so things are, naturally easier. This is like one of the rewards. So one of the gifts unlocked, by myself is definitely immediately for myself. And for my collectives. Because if I can discern on that level of clarity, it makes it so much easier. Saving time and resources, time as a resource for everyone else. All right. Those are the segue cards. So moving forward, raising the bar. Using this, okay. It's authorizing Officer Tuesday. What else do you want me to convey? Raising the bar. Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is... Maybe that's why Harlem Shake was on my feed. It's just shaking off the worries. This is, what is it? Jungle Book type of energy. The bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strifes. Or the worries. And the strifes. Okay. Oh, that's blue. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, something, all we are is dust in the wind. I was gonna put that on my last playlist, but I'm like, who's blue? And now it ties in together, blue. I'll get it. I understand now. Okay, so there's that. Letting go of the worries. Okay, moving forward. Because I think the most rewarding thing really is of a leader is like finding those solutions and employing them. And even if plan A doesn't go through, plan B, plan C, whatever, the agility in reworking things is likely like, oh wow, that's impressive, you know. And it makes, winning at plan A look more like a participation award than anything. So it's like, if people are going to continue to throw their shots, and especially like create this formation of allies, like, okay, you get a cut of the deal, or I'll give you more contacts and referrals and this and that, or you can be part of this association or whatever. Part of the reward in the extension of these delays that are imposed upon me and like all these extra difficulties is that I'm assisting with taking out a whole slew of BS, you know? I am assisting in that. People are handing over their identities of their inclusion. And so I'm like, all in all, this is like, I get the last word on it. So, the axis of power, ultimate power. Okay, let me see if there's anything else here. Okay. All right, here. It is 18, the moon card in reverse. This is Birth Row in full effect. Definitely this rune, because I forget, in the background there is the death, like the Grim Reaper. So this is a great representation of Birth Row. So we'll put that right up front over here. This is about intentions, also illusions, mysteries. Fate. Okay. So, all right, raising the bar. What do we say about this? Raising the bar. All right. So yeah, definitely it's about our intentions. Like, how do we involve ourselves when we are included and or welcomed? And also, this is a determination of how I assert myself in places that I am not as welcome. And like, I forget that sometimes that this modernized world still has sections of bigotry. And I forget, maybe because I'm not on the extreme side of like being black, that I won't see some of that. Or um and I, like, I think that's like the rough sketch of it. But it's weird because I'm in this like spiritual, okay, this is the high priestess in reversal, but like I'm in a spiritual realm. And mm, perhaps the stereotype of being ultimately spiritual is the formation of white Jesus. And so maybe males are, yeah, that's true. Yeah. As a norm, males are traditionally considered more regal in spirituality than females, even though um just there's that. And then so I forget my place sometimes. I forget that I'm supposed to bow my head sometimes. um I forget that if I don't have dirty blonde hair or whatever it is, that I'm not as special. I can't be as special. And that's it's all mythical. It's a mythical. Not even, I don't know whose fairy tale that is, but um uh I don't know. That seems like so strange to me. So anyway, um the high priestess in reverse. Okay. Inverted. I mean, is this internal? External. Internal. This is more internal than anything. So this is the well-intended part of me. What do we want to say about this? Oh, I keep hearing, raising the bar. So how low can you go? This is the fun part of limbo, or I'd say maybe purgatory, the transition state, even. Um, mm, okay, without dropping, without collapsing. Okay, so that's what that is here. As a high priestess. Interesting. So perhaps it's testing my stance. Mm, when your stance is compromised to act almost like sea legs. Is that right? They said no, but good guess. Um, okay, let me find out a little bit more. I don't know what some people mean over here, but I don't know what people are saying here, but that's okay. Keep focused. All right, so clarify with this. Okay, clarified with this. The High Priestess in reverse, myself. Oh, it's about my intentions privately, what my intentions are. Okay. I don't know really what they mean by that, but Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so is this ceasefire? No. This is a bibbidi bobbidi boo. This is like a full-on gathering. You see? An association created. So there's that. I don't know what they mean by this. I mean, the associations, intentions, okay. Setting the bar high, or raising the bar anyway. Okay. So energetically, like, what are my intentions? Because that should be the prefix to this kind of collective. And I don't know how specific they want me to be. I mean, I have my own personal interests in what I want to do, so that I don't I like what I'm doing. I like when I help people with what I'm doing. But is that good enough? You know what I mean? I think this is also raising the bar on who I assist. So for me, let's say I get a large volume of clients. I honestly don't think I would be happy doing readings about um um topics where people just want to hear what they want to hear about localized items. Like, I don't want to be used as localized anesthesia, is basically what I'm saying, for smaller scale items. Like, is my boyfriend going to leave me, or is my girlfriend like uh I don't know, sleeping with my friend, like I just like the like, because I've had that before, and I don't mind doing those questions, but I've noticed in previous years that people will ask the same question, like a week hasn't even passed by and you're asking me the same question. That kind of energy. Or like some variation of it. And it's just, with as gifted as I am, it just feels like a total waste. So this is being more selective with who I service, and yeah, I set that in that tone in my description. It was just like all of a sudden I felt like, since I kept getting questions about doing readings off the cuff, that I might as well just save my breath and put it in the description and ignore any inquiries that come through here. And that should set the prefixes to whether or not people are serious about one, or just bidding on trying to get my energy and my, some kind of tapped into my resources. So that's how I'm moving forward. So this is good. Like, without that kind of standard, at least even for my collective, that helps me identify who my collectives are, whether they're part of this industry or that industry. Like, who are the real pick-me's, you know, of my collective. And I can't have pick-me's in my inner circle. I just it's not only not my style, it's just in bad taste. It's bad business. As far as I'm concerned. That's what I understand. So, all right, anything more on that? Yes? No. Yes. Yes, okay, so here. Okay, the vibes. Knight of Wands in reverse, facing the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, saying, the pick-me energy is, in effect, like some core value of the player energy. And that's exactly who I should be saying goodbye to. No thank you, and no variation, no deviation of that. Okay. So that's good. Okay. That's rooting out the energy before it even comes forward. In this like inner circle sense. Like this is a casting call type of energy where even those that made the final cut, they are further refined in bringing forward. Anything more? No, that was it for that. Okay. All right. So raising the bar. Okay, starting off with this. King of Wands, look, upgraded from like juvenile player status to an upright King of Wands. Great networking. Bravo is what they're saying. You can actually be laid back and feel at ease with the context, with these kind of contexts. This is a presentation of the home and hearth energy with 4 lanterns here as the 4 of Wands. Without going all extra. So these are portable units. This is home in transit, basically. And it's already lit. And this little thing. All right, wonderful. I like it. Okay. Raising the bar. Gifts unlocked by 2. The inner wild. Where'd you go? Okay, so there's several here. First off, okay, are these 2? Let me just double check. Yeah. The World card in reverse and spellcasting or strength in upright. Okay. Hold on a sec. This feels like, again, so I shall be upgrading my spellcasting skills as a form of like Ghostbuster energy, you see? Let's see here. All right, over here. It landed up against my weight, my barbell. It's a barbell. I don't know, the little hand thingies, you know. Anyway, it's the path. It is the Hermit card. So this is casting away energy. Like not just banning energy, but channeling them over to a closed portal within their own like within their own darkness to settle some things out. This is their personal purgatory energy. 100%. Okay. So gifts unlocked by 2 the Inner Wild. And hold on. Okay. So this is dominantly for me, and um also for my partners in peace and quiet, minus out the gate crasher energy. Okay. So there's that. We could clarified by so this is kind of like closing up portals, like sending off like demonic energies, you know, closing portals and um putting practitioners to their own shame, you know, their own portal of shame. This one, this one, this one is no. This one goes back in the deck. Okay, this is Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and yeah, this is absolutely certain. This is the Tower card. This is emotioning of how to carry this out. This is Master number 33. This is a Master communicator, I feel like. I forgot. Mm, yeah, this is a massive channeler. So again, this is for me dominantly, and then second to that, if not near that, is my partners in peace and quiet. Yeah, that's how it should be worded. And that's interesting. 16433 is a special code over here. And then 433 for an angel number. That's interesting. That's crazy. All right, and then the feels of this. Raising the bar. So this is with the resources involved, like there's a lot of surprise gifts that are coming through on this like ship that came through for me. And so these are employing them like they're meant to be employed in a higher standard. So again, this is a more advanced and purposeful means of integration of energy work, as opposed to mm, um, I don't know, just like that those questions I had talked about. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, extroverted. This is doing well for oneself. Um, this is the garden in blossom and also in feature. Prominent feature. Like this is the cover story. You got the cover page. That's the feels of it. Okay, raising the bar. Okay. So what does this mean in the 3D sense for me? Can I talk about, like, can I access that info right now as far as what that means for me in the next steps, like what I should anticipate? Or is it something that I just kind of leave open, surrender, and let's see what happens? What's the take on that? Do I silence? It's silence. All right. Okay. Further on from here. Okay, further on from here. Okay. The world card. Okay, so definitely this is like kind of close portal, close books, close practice. This is actually a happy ending in a way that my kids are raised up. Raised up well. So this is very good. Okay. That's comforting, you know. As far as looking at the end game, it's like, what is all this work anyway? And like putting purpose to what I'm doing if like my kids can't have, you know, if it can't be applied to my kids, you know, what does that do for me? You know, you could pay me XX whatever amount, like if I can't distribute that and have my kids enjoy it and feel like good, then what the fuck, you know? Truly, WTF. So, let me see here. Raising the bar. Okay. Okay, what is this? On the bottom. On the bottom over here is 7 of Wands. Well, I'm one of the better readers. I don't mean that like competitively. I mean that because I know what my intentions are. I've been around the block, baby. I've been around to see how things are performed and what kind of chaos is out there. Yeah. I mean, everybody has their own collective, so I might not be the better one for you, or many others. That's why there's a variety, you know? Who am I to say? Um, but as far as my own standards, this is about raising the bar, raising the standards. All right. Okay, so this is indeed raising the standards. Okay. Okay, I said continue on with this one. Oh, did I drop one? That was weird. I thought I heard something that had fallen. Maybe. Let me check. Oh, God. It's a fall. Okay. No, I don't think. I think it just made a sound. I don't know what the deal was, but that's okay. That's okay. These are the ones. These are the ones. All right. The Hierophant card in reverse and death. So this is the Tower card on Blast. At any given moment. This is weird. This is very striking energy. This is ending things at any given moment. So this is like, oh, you know what they're saying in its crude sense, but absolutely true. Should I say it like that? Why not? Okay. I have one life. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries, my pull-out game is strong. Do you see? 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 I can end things at any given moment. Like, I don't need to give any reason for it, even though there is a prominent reason for it. This is breakup energy. This is breakup energy, like formalized, and this is like the ultimatum, like the end. Like I can call it quits the end while we're amidst chapter. I can do that on the first freaking chapter. I can restart this. I can re-scrap. I can redo whatever. Um, my restart game is like, is good. This is sleepover buddy material. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Um. So. Um. That's that's very interesting. Okay. Um. All right. Raising the bar. So the gifts unlocked is like the ability to do this without being like considered volatile um nor what is it? What is it? What is it? Like flighty isn't the word for it, but it's I guess under the same umbrella, like just like hasty and in decisions. It's not that. Um, there's thoughtfulness and consideration in here. These are very strong cards paired together. Like these are allies. I forgot that it's that energy is very much within the same scope. 13-5 is an angel number here. All right, so moving forward with this. Okay. All right. 9 of Wands inverted to the 7 of Cups in reversal. Yeah, this is like the Reaper energy. Like, don't fear the Reaper. Okay. Anyway, this is showing up to like the chosen type of energy. It's like, you next, skeleton. That kind of energy. I don't know. It feels like a public type of energy here, like ancient times. Like there's a crowd that comes up, there's a chosen energy to like splice that kind of energy. So but this is not 100 like for entertainment. This is like maybe the demons that are summoned and that are put to rest, or like this is their televised programming on energetics. Like, maybe they get a kick out of that, like seeing who didn't really come through for them that summoned them, and they get to like get the shits and giggles from whatever transpires in this atmosphere. That's what. Yes, they're finally satiated with that material. Um, So, what is there? There's got to be more meaning to this. Um, these are practitioners. These are well versed, like a slew of practitioners. This is not just the riot crew, but like this is the 5 of Wands amplified, basically. But not in this conflicting energy. This is a united front. Like this is the end game. 9 as the end game in Wands material. So the ones that truly made it through, like all of this chaos, they made it through legitimately. And so they show up for people who show up like on an individual basis with uncertainties, but they made a choice in following through. Interesting. Okay. All right. So raising the bar, I think just over time with a lot of like world events and just macrocosmic events, um, it shows a lot And so I guess I don't have to push so hard in determining, like, right here, right now, and the finality of who's really in and who's capable. I think it's an ongoing, like, Rubik's Cube and or Tesseract. Yeah, I feel like that. So other energies are also involved, and this is so that's why I think a lot of the trials have challenged the area of surrender, because this is like it's a prerequisite for everything moving forward. hmm like I don't know how it's truly going to play out. Like, I can read the energy and be exact at that, but then it might get a little tweaked here and there. But I don't know. I think spirit gave me, like, gifted me with an energy where some of them are traps where, like, I will speak ahead of it, and some of it will be like on reserve, so people, like, are not exposed to it until they do it until it's like after the fact. So it's, I don't know, it's spirit has a funky way of doing things, but hmm, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna think too hard on it, but that's the timing is impeccable. um, yeah. All right. So okay, any more here, here, here. Okay, a little bit more, and then it's takeaways. Okay. This one is all right. Oh, it's the Empress card. Accentuated. Accentuated. So this is not just showing up for myself, but now as myself. So this is high recognition. Um uh Prior to this, I started getting the power of Christ does compel me. For sure. Yeah, I think this energy X Gabe 89X is trying to do, like, what do you call it? Psychic attacks. Yeah, definitely. Um Let me just go ahead and remove that energy. I just did energetically. It was so easy. Dude is impotent now for sure. Um, yeah. Whoa. Okay, let me just kind of cleanse that shit off of me. For sure. Okay. That was interesting. All right. Okay, more on the Empress. Yeah, so right prior to this, I started getting, like, emphatic, like, people, this energy wanted to make it known, like, that they could do this. Like, it was like, prove it, I'm gonna prove it type of energy. To somebody else, like in a cuckold chair, whatever, a cuck chair, um energetically, they were gosh. um I felt I wasn't, like, taken down like Jean Grey, like, oh my god, ouch, that kind of energy. It wasn't powerful like that, but I could see that someone was skilled, and they chose to throw it away by trying to prove it, like, not just the enactment, solo doing it, but doing it as a way to prove it to somebody else. Like, you know, when, how do I say it? Um, it's a difference between doing something candid, like, you know, on your own versus when you know you're being watched and doing it, you know? Mm. Like the level of insincerity was just insane. Anyway, yep. Ace of Pentacles. I still got it. I still got it, bub. I still got it. I think that's it for now. Yeah, I feel like so this is not only is am I raising the bar, but I'm also upping the ante on the bids, the investors. Yeah. So yeah, this is big. This is big energy cuz like not only is it about the pentacle energy, but these are like lives at stake. These are souls. This is loosh energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the um this is big. It makes the pentacle, the ordinary pentacle energy look like nickels and dimes. Like, or is it a penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss, dime if you tell me if you love me? Yeah. So here there's an energetic upgrade to what the pentacle energy is recognized as. Um, because the ordinary pentacle is used to prove it as like to say, you know, like, let me earn my credibility. What is it? Nickel for your thoughts, dime if you, yeah. Like, yeah, it is definitely pick me energy. That's what it is. So, like, mm, this kind of pentacle energy, the upgrade to it, it's inaccessible to those lower level energies, you know? Even if they're well practiced, they just don't cut it. They can't access it. Like they just don't get it. This cannot be faked. Mm. Mm. Um, whatever you're like